This is a twisted story of Carl Tanzler, a man who fell in love with a corpse and kept it with him for 7 years. Carl Tanzler was a radiologist with an unusual obsession. He believed he had visions of his true love, a dark-haired beauty he hadn't yet met. But when 21-year-old Alina Hoyos came into his hospital, he was certain she was the woman from his dreams. Alina was dying from tuberculosis, and despite all of Tanzler's strange treatment, she passed away in 1931. But Carl's obsession only grew stronger. He paid for her funeral, even convinced her family to let him build a mausoleum. Carl would visit her grave, spending hours speaking to her as if she was still alive. And 2 years after her death, Carl couldn't bear the distance. One night, he carefully removed her body from the mausoleum and took it home with him, determined to keep her by his side. As Alina's body decayed, Tanzler did everything he could to preserve her. He wired her bones together, replaced her rotting skin with wax and plaster, and made her a wig from her own hair. He dressed her in fine clothes, covered her in perfume, and kept her in his bed like she was still alive. For 7 years, he lived this way, until suspicions grew. In 1940, authorities finally investigated his home and found Alina's remains, mutilated by his twisted preservation attempts, lying in his bed. Carl was arrested, but shockingly, he was never punished for his crime. Some people, twisted as it may sound, saw his obsession as a tragic love story. Carl Tanzler was even released after charges were dropped due to the statute of limitations.